Hello guys and welcome here to the Carvana Wildcard Series. This is race number 13 today, here from the Pocono Raceway, a week and a half after our most recent race at Canadian Tire Motorsports Park, which saw Mitchell Collins pick up his second win of the season on the inaugural race on that track for this series. Today, we have another first-time track here at Pocono. This track was supposed to be run last season. It was projected to be one of our road course races, and it just didn't pan out like that this season. We run the oval. And maybe next season the road course, who knows? Anything could happen. I don't have a schedule yet. But the main focus right now, outside of that, is the championship. Keep in mind, the regular season championship, it is winding down, and I believe Mitchell Collins has a hold on that right now. And I only mention that because after today, we only have 2 races left. It'll be Richmond and VIR for a Virginia doubleheader to wrap up the regular season. Of course, today should be noted that, as you saw in the beginning, we have done a small little tribute. Outside of racing, there was a major death in the sporting world this week, and it was, unfortunately, the death of Kobe Bryant. And, of course, whether you're a basketball fan or not, you are always touched by what he has done, not only in his career, but most especially post-career. And I only mention that because this channel is the Gaming Collaboration Network, but obviously we'll also focus on sports at a later date. And, you know, like I said, I'm sure he has in some way inspired you guys. He has been a role model to many of you, including myself. With the Mamba mentality, or shooting over a trash can yelling Kobe. Maybe it's, 5 rings. Maybe it's his Mamba mentality. And I think it's only fitting today that starting on the pole is Zach Hussey in the number 8. Unfortunately, no 24 to his outside, but a teammate of the 24, Jeremy Diaz, in that number 44. The go-or-go-homer will start from the second position. Now, another thing to keep in mind, there are restrictor plates on these cars today, so don't expect them to hit the high speeds that they usually hit here at Pocono. But anyway, without further delay, this is the second to last oval race of the regular season. The next one will be our last at Richmond. But in the meantime, this is the Carvana Wildcard Series here on GCN. We'll roll the intro. Through turn 4. Does the 24 have enough? It's going to be a drag race to the line. We're going down the left stretch. The 96 wins the race at Coda. Heading off into turn number 3. The pace car will peel off here, and the fans will rise to their feet as it'll be Zach Hussey and Jeremy Diaz leading them to the Geico restart zone, and the green flag is out. We're underway. So obviously, like Auto Club, this race, the draft early on will be key. Otherwise, you're going to be playing follow the leader most of the race. But you see there, the 3 DEI Chevrolets there looked like they were going to get the lead early, and unfortunately the 44 has come to spoil the party. Jeremy Diaz will lead the opening lap here. Again, after today, it is Rich. Oh my gosh, I apologize for that. Richmond and VIR. And you see the 3 DEI cars drafting. Brad Stover in front. And now the 1 giving a push to the number 8. Keep in mind, the 3 of them, well, 2 of the 3 of them are battling for a playoff spot. And you gotta wonder, what's the team orders for the number 1? Knowing that he's the lone guy not battling for this. And you gotta wonder as well, obviously I mentioned team orders. Are there any team orders for some of these guys? Are they saying, hey, keep in mind who's racing to make the playoffs here? You see the 8 and the 15 are going to battle through turn 1. And the 15 will come out on top. And now he sets his sights on the race lead. You see around here with the restrictor plates, a minute lap times. As Brad Stover looks for the lead. He's going to slide up and take it. Oh, the 1 wrecks behind. Oh, the 01 is upside down and flipping wildly through the infield. The caution is out. Big wreck here on the back straight. And this is going to take out a lot of the playoff contenders. Wow. That's all I got to say to that. Just wow. Let's go get a replay. I think I got an answer to our question earlier when I said, are there any team orders? I'm going to guess no now after this, because Matt Hussey just racing aggressive there. It looks like he got tight. He got into the 8 and just couldn't get off of him. And the 8 wasn't letting up. It's too early for this. Then you see there the 01 clips the 1. And just look up ahead. And look at this. He goes upside down. Then Henry Williams goes for the ride of a lifetime. Not one you want to go on. Barrel rolling up and into the 24. Causes a log jam in the third turn. And a lot of cars after that wreck won't see the finish of this race. And a lot of big contenders for the playoffs impacted in this wreck. So the stakes now get higher for those guys as we will take you back to the restart here on GCN. Welcome back. We did have some pit stops. I apologize for not bringing them to you. A bunch of cars stayed out on that run, but the cars on the races, the 5 of Samet Ozkan, the 42, Dave James, the 92 of Anthony Lopez, I believe that is, Darrell Manning in the 11, Miguel Zapata, one of your regular season championship contenders, involved in a wreck. Annie Thomas, Zach Fitzwater, Dan Hummel, and of course Henry Williams, who went for that wild ride. As Trevor Collins will lead us back to the green, we're back underway. The 1 of Matt Hussey is in second. Keep this in mind, he's got heavy damage. How is that going to impact the speed of the number 1? Aerodynamically, that car cannot be feeling very good right now. As he holds off for second. But it's going to allow the 99 to get away for the time being. You see the 15 trying to draft his teammate Here goes the 9 of Rodney Crouch. This is for second, as he will now set his sights on race leader Trevor Collins. And Trevor has seen Mitchell have such a successful season. He wants to finally get his season on track. And look, he's going low. He's going to pit. It's going to hold up the 15. And so will the 1. He'll pit. That'll hand the lead to Rodney Crouch in that number 9. As we now pass the halfway mark in this race, another person that should be noted up front, that number 22 of Hillary Sanchez. Keep in mind, she just got back into the top 30 after the last race. And now she sets her sights on the top 25 to make the playoffs. It's going to be a steep climb, but she's got time, and she's got a double points race coming up. So anything could happen. As the wreck behind out of turn 2 once again. It is the 41 of Giorgio Stumu, but he saves it. It looks like an incredible save for the 41. Avoids a caution and avoids a serious wreck, but he loses a handful of positions. That moves Austin Shaw into the top 10 for this race. You see Brad Stover battling hard for the race lead. He knows a playoff spot is at stake here at Pocono, and this is a good chance to earn a playoff spot. And to the outside goes Karen James. That's going to force these two to fight hard. Oh, this 15 gets his nose in there. That moves Crouch up the racetrack as they will battle down the backstretch into turn number 3. And if I'm not mistaken, the advantage should go to the 15. Not a turn 4. The 39 is going to give drafting help down the Long Pond Straight. Look who's in 4th now. That is the 12 of Mitchell Collins. Don't count him out of this. He could win back-to-back races, and not to mention a 3rd win. But Brad Stover is now your race leader, as we got 6 laps of racing to go. Another person, don't count him out either. That 48 of Austin Shaw is still very much alive in this race as well, running in the 5th position, as these cars will slow down and make what should be their final pit stop of the race. And the 7 stays out. That is Johnny Gardner. Keep in mind, he's one that needs to stay out right now. A go or go homer. I mean, a win likely. He is way out of playoff contention, but this would be a good momentum booster for the number 7 team. And they know it. It has been a season to forget. Now the 7 will slow down, try to make his way to the pit lane. The Cup vet, Johnny Gardner. And off the pit lane. Not much of a battle, but look who got up to 3rd and potentially 2nd. We got a tough battle for this one. The 48 of Austin Shaw is going to get the second position, as now he will set his sights on eventual race leader Brad Stover. This will definitely be the battle for the lead, as we got 4 laps of racing to go. And Stover gets a huge advantage off the pit lane. As we'll run through the order, it's going to be Brad Stover in the race lead. Austin Shaw will take over the second position right now. Rodney Crouch is in third. Joshua Saculli runs in fourth. Then it is Frodemar Ott in fifth, your Sonoma winner. Karen James is in sixth. Dylan Young is in seventh. Eighth is Trevor Collins. Ninth is Hillary Sanchez. And in 10th is Rob Evans. Running 11th now is Mitchell Collins. He's under pressure, though, as the 16 of Dylan Ibrahimian wants that position. He falls to 12th or 13th now, I believe. Jeremy Diaz just took 14th. Tim Horton 15th. 16th is Johnny Gardner. 17th is Brian James. 18th is Anthony Logan. 19th is Brandon Parker. 20th is Muhammad Abdullah in that number 43. Keep in mind he has no hood. That could have a factor on his aerodynamics. As that is through the field, back up front, the lead is shrinking for Brad Stover. Look at the push that 48 is getting down the front or the Long Pond Straight. It's up to 8/10 though, with 2 to go. And really the best thing that these guys can do behind is just push and hope to catch the 15 and definitely stay in his draft. Here goes Rodney Crouch. He wants second. And he's going to take it. As we'll come to take the white flag. I don't think anyone's going to challenge Brad Stover, as the white flag waves 1 lap of racing to go for the 15 and leads up to 1.4. I think it's insurmountable at this point. But does Brad Stover have enough fuel? As through turn 1. Keep in mind, Stover missed Season 4 of the Jello Cup Series. He did run Season 1 of the Carvana Wildcard Series. Did alright. And this season moves over to the 15 for DEI. And oh, guess what? Brad Stover may be the veteran leading this race, but he now has a playoff spot. Brad Stover is going to hang on to win at the Tricky Triangle. Congratulations to Brad Stover on a remarkable win for the DEI group. He will likely punch his ticket into the Carvana Wildcard Series playoffs. For Rodney Crouch, he comes up just short. And Karen James gets third from Austin Shaw, so Austin Shaw loses a potential podium there. That's a tough break. But congratulations again to Brad Stover, and we want to thank you for watching the Carvana Wildcard on GCN. Let's take your results and standings. We'll see you for race number 14 at Richmond. Goodbye, everyone.